Hi, Poppy friends. Today is such a fun day for us because I'd like to talk to you about the final steps to creating wonderful poppies. So, at this point, I think you have created a poppy that looks like this. And probably yours is straighter than mine because I've already done the final step, which is to give the poppy flower a couple kinks. And you'll find that adding those few tiny bends really adds oomph to your poppy. Now, let's look at this poppy right here. It's mostly fine, but not exactly as lovely as I would like it to be. So first, I want to show you the profile. It is not cupped and not flat. So it's neither of the shapes that I really want. So what I'm going to do is gently work on these petals to bend them down. So let's see what I got here. I'm working on them. I'm spreading them. And the glue on this poppy has been dry for quite some time, so I can work hard on it. If I pull them down very hard all at once, the poppy's petals will come right off of the center, which on the one hand doesn't sound good, but on the other hand, if you end up not liking the way your petals lay and the flower is not redeemable, you can just pop these petals right off and put the petals on again from fresh paper, and you don't have to remake the whole center. If you look at your poppy and you say to yourself, oh dear, that's not quite right, once your glue is fully dried, give it at least 24 hours, you should be able to adjust your petals quite a bit. You can go back, increase the number of ruffles, you can kink the petals down. Another thing that you might want to do is glue the petals in a little bit. Sometimes when the larger petals fall all the way down, it can be a good idea to just add a tiny bit of glue to the larger petals just right here so they don't flop down. And actually, I'm very happy with all these petals, especially this one. And this one's looking great too. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is the stem. So after you have put your kink in and you've styled the petals so that you like them, you have a choice. If you are using the kit from Petals and Pearls, you will have a brown stem made out of craft paper. And you might want to make that green instead. And so you've got your green paper and you can do that. And I'll show you how in a moment. However, I don't think it's necessary. Poppies are what's called a gesture flower. And so often we see this stem in silhouette. And also, brown is a very natural color. So I am not in general going to be covering these brown stems. I don't think the color is even visible or noticeable, except maybe to you. So you can cover these stems if you'd like. And if you are taking my rose class, it'll be a free class, and I think that that'll be what I teach next. If you are taking my rose class, you will have two stems that you need to cover and make into one. So I'm going to make another little video that will show you how to cover your stems if you want to for your poppy, or if you need to for the future Purple Rain Rose class. So I am just delighted that you've been with me so far. I want to tell you one more thing about styling your poppies, which is what kind of vase do you want to put it in? I think actually that these poppies look terrific just on a wall. And I have seen other paper florists anchor really cute clothespins to their walls and then just snap the flowers and onto the wall and create a beautiful wall behind them. I love that. Another thing that is really great if you just have one or two poppies is a bud vase. And so you just plunk the poppy in there, stick it in a corner, and it works great for one or two poppies. They just are perfect wherever they are. I think one poppy is the best. And if you've made a bunch of poppies with this class, you can put the vases all over. Like, let's say you've got a wedding, for example. You pop one of these vases on each table and put a lovely poppy there. It's a great even take-home thing. And speaking of bridal or vases in general, these two vases are called a hobnail milk glass. And they are very inexpensive vases and they're cute, cute, cute. I wouldn't pay more than $7 for a vase, including shipping. If you go onto eBay and you type in milk glass vase lot, you might be able to find lots of 5, 10, 15 milk glass vases. I've even got another one over here. I really love them. It's a super Midwest United States historic vase, and they have a very mid-century modern look that is super popular right now. But honestly, I think it's a timeless look. I just love them. My grandparents lived very close to the one of the factories that made these vases, and I just love them. So anyway, milk glass, hobnail milk glass, and lot of hobnail milk glass. That'd be great. If you have about 10 poppies or more, you could use a wide mouth vase like this pitcher, but the wider the mouth is, the harder your arrangement's going to be. It's really challenging. I think you might find it easier to use a little pudgy vase, but one that has a smaller opening because we don't have foliage that we're dealing with. These will look really cute. And because these are fake flowers, you can curl the stem up. You don't have to cut it off, and then it'll stick in here. And then you can take it out and put it in a taller vase later because you haven't cut the bottom. But if you do need to cut the bottom, remember we did that kind of thing before with our snips. Finally, if you have a lot of poppies, so far my favorite vase to put them in has been this one. And honestly, I think one reason why this is such a fun vase is because the shape of the vase with the poppies in it is a little bit similar to a poppy itself. Well, I love that you've been here with me. And again, there's going to be one more video that'll show you how to wrap the stem with green. If that's something that you think is important to you, go for it. I'd like to remind you to like and subscribe because that way you will get that next video. And for my future rose class, whenever that'll be, we will be making these glorious buxom roses together, all for free on Craft Along with Kate. Have a great day.